Yeah, look happy or something. Oh no, not that. No teeth or anything. Golly.
What? Go ahead.
Come on, Joe. Look a little happier there, buddy.
I don't think he can see the camera. That's his problem.
Can you see the church, Joe?
You see the van you're leaning on.
Can you see the drive?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Keith, is yours a Kelty?
And then come, Liz, how yours?
Well, what do you think about it so far, Daniel?
It's great.
Are you glad we got air conditioning?
Yes,
Yes.
All right.
You better believe it.
Just a cruising on it.
On the trail.
Yeah, right.
If I told you about it, if you know about it, we got one that, yeah, we got one that,
Here we go. Well, as you can see, we have made it to the barracks of Fort Chaffee. We spent our night. This is the next morning. We're getting ready to go to Amarillo as soon as we get things packed up out of here, and we'll be on our way. So we'll talk to you later. So what's it like, Andy?
I'm not a morning person.
Not a morning person?
Get too many sinuses in the way.
Get too many what?
Sinuses.
Oh, okay. Dutch boy, what's happening?
How do you get
I told him we'd all meet back outside the van at 12:30. Meet back out the van at 12:30. Well, where we're at right now is Kirkpatrick Center in Oklahoma City. This area has 5 different museums, a planetarium, and all kinds of other stuff, and all the boys right now are kind of separated, going on their own. Meet back up in about an hour and a half and continue on down to Amarillo. So I hope I'm doing all this stuff right. We'll see you later. Bye. So Milton, what do you think about it so far? Pretty cool?
I need to get the crew roster, tour permit.
We'll need to share one.
Registration, trip hunter cards,
Down there.
any money.
Okay, we're finally here at Philmont, New Mexico now. That right there is Tooth Ridge as we go up. Okay, I'll get you in a minute. That's the tooth of time. That is actually 5 miles away. Come down and over. And that is Urraca Mesa, land of all the Philmont ghosts. Well guys, y'all having fun so far?
Yeah. Awesome. Dollar. Yeah. I'm juggling. Yeah.
What's that mesa up there in front of us?
Urraca Mesa.
Urraca Mesa?
Yeah.
Or Urraca Mesa?
Urraca Mesa.
Oh, okay. And where is the Trail Peak?
Trail Peak's right there at that point.
That one in the center, that short one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And that's what?
Up there.
What's that other? What's that rock up there?
You see, that's a tooth.
That's a tooth? Oh, okay. You enjoying this so far, Milton?
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun?
This, yeah.
Sure. You feeling all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel smart now?
How's your legs?
It's doing pretty good.
Pretty good? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Good.
Boom.
So what you think about it? You having fun yet?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Always having fun. Except when I'm bad in the mood.
Hi, Mike.
Hello.
What you think about it?
Pretty nice.
You bored so far?
Just right now.
Just right now? Hurry up and wait, right?
Yeah.
You looking forward to tomorrow?
Yeah. Does Milton have one of these yet?
That's it. You have, how many pairs of socks you have?
2 pairs.
2 pairs?
That's on.
How many pairs inner socks do you have?
Ah.
I got 2 pair you can use.
You really might want to get those because they stick to your foot. Foot sides around the boot. 2 socks slide into each other. It won't really listen. They're really nice to have. They have no experience.
I gotta give you some suds.
Actually, they gave you camp suits. You're only taking that one water
I had 2 other water bottles like his. That's lost.
I got extra water bottles.
You left that one right
bottle. What about rain? How many pair of shorts do you bring like that?
2.
And shirts?
I didn't want the sunblocker stuff?
Yeah, just share with you tip money. How to reduce what y'all have collectively down.
Well, at first aid kit I don't want to split because it's a lot. I got a lot of certain stuff that in there special.
Well, just tell him the league is. I'm very scared. Something else y'all make split up.
Yeah, because I got a lot of stuff.
Alright.
Yeah.
There's 6 colors on the map. Does anybody know what they are?
Green, black, brown,
Blue,
white.
green.
You are brilliant. How do you get no. Alright. What do you think green would be?
Vegetation. Vegetation.
Trees.
Vegetation.
Vegetation.
Right. Black. What do you think black would be?
Smoke.
Highways.
Trails. Or roads.
Okay. All that.
Railroads.
Anything man-made is black.
No.
Alright, what do you think brown is on that?
Dirt.
Contour line.
Oh.
That's all these lines going through here. And what's it mean when like your trail crosses like 15 contour lines in about less than a mile?
Very steep.
Right, right. So contour lines are bad, right? No, they're good. They make money. Alright. What do you think blue means?
What?
About red. boundaries or dangerous?
Danger.
What do you think white is? Honest white is.
What?
What different shape?
Well, let's see here.
Windmill.
Windmill. That's a church.
Looking at that one.
Graveyard. Graveyard.
Graveyard.
Graveyard. Church. Unoccupied building.
Alright. And I got them on. Alright. Who knows about mapping companies?
What y'all think so far now?
Cool, man.
Cool?
Cool. Great. It's getting ready to rain, though.
Yeah. Gonna be one of those big storms. Huh? Yeah. Yeah, he always does. So this is our first campsite.
Put a back cover on your backpack there.
No, I don't need one because I got everything inside it. That little outcropping of rock right up there is Cathedral Rock. That's where our campsite is located. And up in this area here somewhere is Window Rock. What do you think now, Joe? Well, this is day 2 of our trek, and this is sunrise at Cathedral Rock. The pond down there in front of you is called Cypher Reservoir, and about 50 miles on out, that's Lake Cimarron, way over yonder. There's a little mesa out through there, and I'll just come back around and you'll see that I am at Cathedral Rock. And there's Cathedral Rock. The boys are still down in camp right now. I came up here, took about a 30-minute hike to get up here before them. I probably got a 2-hour wait until they get up here to me, so I have a little time by myself now. I'll see you on the trail. This is sunrise again at Cathedral Rock. This is on the other side of it because I'm just walking around here waiting for the guys to get up here. It's beautiful up there. That right there is the backside of Window Rock. What Window Rock is there's a circular shaped window down in the Villa of Philmont about 7 miles from here. And it's got a convex or a concave type to it, and it's sort of like a lens which magnifies the rock, and it just puts it right in your front yard when you're looking through it. While I'm waiting for the group to come by, there was a group of cavalcades to come through. They're going over on the other side of the lake right now. That's what you see. That's a different program from what we're doing. It's about time y'all got here.
Cool, Daddy, huh? Hey, hey,
Hey.
What'd you do, sleep?
Thought about it.
It took us a long time to get breakfast.
Why?
That took forever.
Why it take so long?
Lambert's mine is where? Isn't this Lambert's mine right here? Oh, yeah, it's Lambert's mine camp. Well, where's Lambert's mine then? It's somewhere in Washington. Then we can go to Cypher's mine. Cypher's mine's pretty far, isn't it? Not that far. I mean, we won't take our packs. That's good. It's another run. Find anything? Yeah. Where at? They stand for 7 minutes. About the same time. At the same time. Job like that's really about 6:08. You gotta watch. 6:08. That's ready. Turn them off. Again. I take them off now. Nah, that's almost, not quite. 3 degrees. You're gonna have ravioli. Again?
Yeah, if y'all would just sit down and be quiet, she'll get even closer.
Okay, we get about 5 chapters right here. About 2 right here.
Okay, so Andy,
What?
this is the day we go up to Mount Phillips. What do you think?
Only thing I want to say.
What?
Don't get this camera off.
Now get the stupid camera off of me.
Top of the morning to you.
No, wake yet. Ain't cold, are you, Michael? Hey, Lynn.
Yeah.
Here's my secret.
What's your secret?
Thermo Long Johns.
Ah. Lambert's mine looks pretty dreary here, man. So where y'all getting ready to go then?
Mine.
The mine? Okay. So this is Cypher's mine on our way up to Phillips. Boys want to take a break. We're going to do a mine tour real quick. I'm going to do some blacksmithing. And they may do some panning for gold. And then we'll be on our way. No.
Alright guys, my name's Dirty Larry, as you guys might already know, and I want to welcome you guys to the Contention mine here. This was a real mine. They had real miners in there and they did real mining things. Okay, I'll tell you guys a little bit of history here right up front. Starting in the 1860s, they were having that big gold rush around the Baldy Mountain area. They figured some of that gold's going to be coming down this creek here, so well, one night they were cooking dinner and they went to wash their pans in the creek and they pulled it out and they found gold in their pans, so they're pretty happy about that. So they laid out a couple claims in this area, one being the Red Jacket, which is this area, one is the Gray Eagle, which is about 10 minutes up the stream there. That's now the Thunder Mine, and it has been blasted shut, so you guys can go exploring. Alright, yeah. They didn't start digging ground though until about 10 years later in 1880. Mr. Nutt and Mr. Wells came up here and well, they only had to dig 4 feet into the ground. They found that magic stuff we all like to call gold. And, well, they're pretty happy about that. Come winter time, though, they decided, well, let's head down into Cimarron, take a little break, and we'll come back in the springtime. Let's just keep this thing a secret. You guys know about the 3 pieces of communication, right? There's a telegraph, the telephone, and the telewoman, all right? And Mr. Nutt wasn't too smart because he told the woman that was the end of that secret. And I really don't have anything that's worth something to do. But all the newspapers were all saying all the crazy amounts of money you could be expecting out of this mine. That sparked some interest. Went through quite a few people, actually. Went through some investors. Went through Four Creeks Mining Company in 1894. Nobody had that much luck with it, though. Until 1895, with the Consolidated Verde Mining and Milling Company bought this mine out. They had the most luck. Around the turn of the century, they built a Stopes, which is one of those vertical mine shafts that Troy Nasty was talking about last night. You guys see all the country rock coming down there on the side? You see that big pile? That's country rock is just basically a worthless rock with nothing in it, kind of like the music. They just threw it right out of the top of the mountain and down the side. Okay, and they're doing pretty well. They're getting about $80 to $100 per ton. That's per cartload out of that mine around that time. That's really, really good. In 1902, they hired Mr. Charlie Cypher here as the third manager of the Consolidated Verde Company. That's where we were stomping his little shack last night. All right. The only problem was, Mr. Cypher was gay. No, just kidding. The only problem was, they'd take these rocks containing that magic stuff called gold. They'd have to put it on a wagon, bring it to Springer, which is a good distance from here. In Springer, they'd have to put it on railroad, and on railroad, they'd have to bring it to a stamp mill. What they do at a stamp mill is they crush this down to a powder, then they'd separate it with either cyanide or mercury or something like that. Usually more cyanide, because mercury is pretty expensive. But they didn't just find the gold nuggets lodged in the walls. That's not how it works. All right. So anyway, that bringing it to that stamp mill took a lot of time and it took a lot of money. That slowed them down to a stop in 1910. That was the last major mining they had done here. Mr. Charlie Cypher, though, he lived here from 1910 to 1922 all alone. The Cimarron people called him the old mountain goat because he climbed from Cimarron up here with over a 100-pound pack full of supplies and stuff. That's about 25 miles. So he definitely had the gold fever. And he did live in that cabin that we stomped to hell last night. And whatever. In 1922, Wade Phillips bought him off the land. That's the last we know of old Charlie Cypher. We don't know where he went or how he died. We just know he's still here in spirit. And he's gonna haunt me for calling him gay. All right. You guys have any questions on the history? No. All right. Tell you a few safety rules. First of all, everybody's got to wear these brain buckets. All right. Guaranteed, you guys are probably gonna be hitting your head on those shorings in there. So wear your brain bucket. You guys can hang your head on one of those nails or wherever you wear in your head. Second rule is no hollering or screaming, especially when I'm talking, okay? Because when you guys holler and scream, well, that shakes up those little rocks, which lead to bigger rocks, and those lead to bigger rocks. Pretty soon you got a cave in. That's a bad thing. You guys can say bad thing.
Bad.
That's right. Now, the third rule here is no picking at the walls. Like I said, you guys aren't going to find any gold nuggets lodged there in the walls. Okay, I've already checked. In fact, the only yellow you're going to find is a few boogers I wiped in the walls there last night. So just keep your hands off those little rocks, because those little rocks lead to bigger rocks, and those lead to even bigger rocks. Pretty soon you got a cave in. That's right. Now the final rule, the most important rule, is no farting in the mine. Okay? Because well, when you guys fart, we're gonna have to stick with it for the rest of the day here. Not much air moves through there. Also, when you guys fart, those vibrations shake up those little rocks, which lead to bigger rocks. Those lead to even bigger rocks. Pretty soon you got a cave in.
That means Bill has to stay out.
What's that?
Means Bill has to stay out.
Well, if you guys got to go now. Alright. Just don't grow a tail here on them. Alright. You guys have any questions? You guys get your flashlights ready to go. Watch your head as we go in there. It's going to be a little bit lower. Also, because it's going to be a little bit of water, but you guys can step over that. You guys get back on that. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, up, y'all. Yeah.
So what'd you think?
Cool.
Everybody got names in there. Yeah. Rock Bottom. Joey Buttafugo. Keith is Jughead. Joey's Weasel Spit, and Andy's Cave-In. I'm Cave-In.
Who cave in?
Yeah, that's right. They drop a
What's your name?
Jughead.
Jughead?
That's fine.
Which was
I gave him one of those knots.
Oh, great.
Yeah, well, they turn
Now official muckers. They got real mucker names.
wheels and I told you. Yeah, he did.
What?
What did he do
I
now?
found 2 wheels in a big cart.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
There was nobody at Lambert.
There wasn't?
We came down last night to stop.
I recognized you guys. Actually, I recognized that. What's that APS you said?
That's where Austin P.
Oh, yeah. Good enough. Well, guys, my name is Troy. I'd like to welcome you all to the Blacksmith Forge. I'm feeling kind of sick today. Does it sound kind of like I'm sick?
Yeah.
Sick. Well, anyway, we'll make something today, if you guys want to make something.
And as we go through this little demonstration, I'll talk to you about blacksmithing in the late 1800s and stuff. First of all, you need a volunteer though. Yeah, come on up here. Grab one of these goggles here. Come right over around here.
I'd like to have a hook to hang my brands on at home if possible.
Okay. No problem. Alright. Does anybody know what this thing right here is called?
Nope.
It's like the blower.
It's a type of blower. It's called a squirrel cage.
Let me sit here, please.
When you guys start squirreling, what you're going to do is pushing the air right underneath this tube so it comes up underneath the fire. And you got to be kind of careful with it because I broke it 2 weeks ago. And the base is broken on this thing, so it kind of moves around. So you got to be kind of ginger on this thing. With your left hand, make sure you steady it right up here at the top. With your right hand, make sure you always turn this in a clockwise formation, right? If you start turning it backwards, or if you let it stop up here at the top and it starts swinging back down, it's kind of a bad thing because then it's going to suck all the gas from underneath that fire all the way up through here. It's going to be right here, and then it's going to explode. It's going to go boom, and all the shrapnel is going to fly in your face, and we have to peel it out. That's kind of a bad thing.
Bad.
Bad thing.
All right, need another volunteer. I don't care. Just get up here. No, you don't understand. One. Hey, you got the honest person. Right over here. Stand right over here. Hey, Nigel. Stand over here.
Yeah, that's rock bottom.
Alright, when you guys are hammering, it's kind of important that you hammer in the proper way, otherwise you're never going to get anywhere. And you're going to screw up your project, and that'd be kind of a bad thing. Now, this hammer is called a...
Hammer. Sledge it.
What kind of hammer is it? Ford? No, it's a cross-peen hammer. Alright, what you want to do is you want to hold this right about in the middle here. Don't be holding up here, just kind of tapping it, alright? Because this isn't Play-Doh, alright? You got to hit it kind of hard. And don't be holding it down here because you guys be swinging like a sledgehammer and bashing my anvil all the heck and wrecking your project. That's kind of a bad thing, alright? So you want to hold it right in the middle here. You want to get some nice, firm strokes. You want to hit it flat, alright? You don't want to hit it like this or like this. That's kind of a bad thing because you're going to get dents all over anything. You want to hit it nice and flat, nice and firm, and nice and kind of hard like this, alright? And when it's really hot, you don't have to beat it all the heck because otherwise you'll wreck your project and that would be a
bad thing.
Alright. Right now we got round stock. Right now we got round stock knives, alright? So we're going to try to make it into square stock. What I want you to do is I want you to kind of pound up and down the length of this thing. Start at the end and just kind of work your way back and forth. And try to flatten it out and make little square edges on it instead of round edges, alright? Alright. You gotta pump just a little bit faster than that. What do you suppose a blacksmith would be doing in a mining camp in 1895?
Making tools.
Tools.
Mining tools.
You guys just got back from the mine, right?
Yeah.
It's called a star bit, that's right. Every 4 to 6 inches of drilling through solid bedrock, these things get kind of dull. So it's up to the blacksmith to make sure they stay sharpened and tempered properly. Alright? That's kind of his main rule. You know, a lot of bigger mines, they actually have a forge right down in the mine itself. Okay, start right there and just kind of work your way over there. Alright, we're going to keep screwing that thing off. New rule. From now on, whenever I take this thing out, you can stop the squirrel cage. You only have to do the squirrel cage when I have the metal in the fire, right?
That's cool.
Okay, you guys know what this thing's called?
Anvil.
That's right, it's an anvil. That's the only piece of equipment that the blacksmith couldn't make himself. He could make all his hammers, all of his tongs, everything else by himself. It's kind of difficult though. I mean, you had to be kind of a master blacksmith to do it, but this is what he had to buy. from some factory out east. I don't know where he gets it. What's this thing called right here? Called a forged band. That's called the
Squirrel.
squirrel cage. Right on.
How much did anvil weigh?
200 pounds.
We'll try and pick it up.
Who packed it up here?
A big truck. How hot you suppose that is when it's kind of orange like that? Real hot. Yeah, I don't know.
300 degrees.
Enough?
Yeah, about 1,000.
Closer to 3,000. It's probably about 2,200, 2,800 degrees, somewhere in there. Mighty hot. See, now it's kind of black, so it's probably not too hot, right?
No. Stick in the water won't
That's
be too hot.
called the black heat. It's also referred to as the finishing heat, and it's hot. All right, hold on that. Why don't you guys switch places here? What's your name? Joey. All right, Joey, come on over here.
No.
Stand right there. What a Fuko?
Weasel spit.
Oh,
Yeah,
not
Weasel
Buttafuoco.
Spit.
Weasel spit.
You gotta call him Weasel Spit.
Weasel
This way.
Spit.
Clockwise.
Yeah, clockwise. Take your left hand out of your pocket there. Make sure you wonder what you're doing. Hold that. You gotta steady it there.
Cockaboo.
Start at the beginning because that's where most things start. What we're going to be doing here is what we call placer mine. And you guys been to the mine, right? Probably heard something about hard rock mining, correct? Now the difference between hard rock mining and placer mining is, well, first of all, with placer mining you don't need a whole lot of equipment and it's really cheap. All you need is a pan and a shovel and a pick. Whereas with a hard rock mine you need work carts and rails and dynamite and drill bits and bits and drills and all this burrows and all this stuff. It's fairly expensive to run a hard rock mine. Also, with placer mining, you don't need a lot of people to do it. You only one person can placer mine. You don't need like 5 to 10 people to carry out a placer mining operation. And that's what you need in a hard rock mine. Because in a hard rock mine, you got the muckers and the master blaster and the double jackers, single jackers, and whatnot. Also, you can't start a hard rock mine until you first placer mine, okay? You can't go up inside of a mountain there and start digging a hole inside the mountain and expect to find gold. You probably won't find too much of anything. And that's the reason why we placer mine, so we can figure out where to dig for our hard rock mine. See, what we would do is we'd start way down here at the creek someplace and work our way upstream. And as we did, we would take samples of gold about every 20, 30, 40 feet or so. And we're looking for this little fine stuff, this flour gold. As we work our way upstream, we should be looking for bigger flakes and nuggets, okay? And say, for example, we're working our way up here, we come here, we find gold here, and then we work our way upstream here, and we don't find anything. What we're going to do is we're going to come back to this spot right here and go perpendicular to the stream right over there and dig what we call these burrow pits, okay? There's burrow pits all the way up to the side of the creek here. And those burrow pits are about 1 foot deep and maybe about this big. And we take this sand and gravel out of those pits and put them into the pans, come back in the creek and pan them to see if there's any gold in there. Okay, because this is the process we're going to do in order to determine where that gold's coming from. You see, gold's not naturally found in the creek here. It's naturally found in the mountains. It's actually formed in the mountains in quartz veins, which are intruded within the igneous rocks that form these mountains here. All right, now over the course of millions of years, those quartz veins are washed away by snow, sleet, water, wind, heat, and whatnot. And eventually they make their way down here in the creek. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for what's been washed down here. Now, like I said, we found gold here in this spot. And say one of our burrow pits up in that direction up there gives us a real good sample. What do you suppose that might tell us? Gold's up in that direction rather than over here in this direction, okay? So it's just sort of a process of elimination. And eventually we'll find the mother lode of gold, the source of gold, which everything's being washed down into. All right. Now, when it comes to panning for gold, there are certain places you want to look when you pan. You don't want to look just anywhere. There's certain spots that gold will tend to settle out first before it'll settle out in other spots. Now, try to stay clear from these areas here that are fairly rapid, where the water's fairly quick. because that'll tend to wash everything right down the creek. You want to look in the areas where the water is fairly deep, fairly calm, and fairly wide, because gold is 20 times heavier in water and it's 8 times heavier in gravel. And it'll tend to just settle out first place it gets, and this would be a good spot for it to settle out through here. Also, you notice these big boulders like I'm sitting on here. These are good places to look as well, because you see when the gold's being washed downstream, it'll be washed right along the rock here and settle out right here on the downstream side of the boulder. Okay. Now, if you guys see some logs lying across the creek, those are what we call natural water breaks, and the water should be running over them. And what's going to happen is gold's going to hit that log and sink straight to the bottom of the creek. Okay, so those are good places to look as well. And you'll notice that there's a lot of trees, shrubs, and mosses here on the stream bank. And these roots are growing down in the stream bed. And they tend to trap gold as well as it's being washed down here in the creek, and also as it's being carried by the water. Alright. Also, you notice this whole entire area from way over there where it's going straight up to over there where it's going straight up. That's what we call a floodplain. And at one time, this stream may have been flowing in a totally different channel than it is now. It may have been flowing over there, or it could have been flowing up there somewhere. And you notice this stream is really low right now. You can see in the springtime, after the spring melts, there's probably a lot of water that probably goes all up to there somewhere, maybe up into there. And gold will tend to settle out maybe sometime when the water's a lot higher. So when you're looking for gold, don't limit yourselves to the stream itself. You might want to look up in this area, up there, or maybe over there. It's up to you guys. Be creative when you do this, okay? Because I can tell you right now, this stream has been overworked quite a bit this summer. And there's probably gold still in here. You just got to know where to look for it. All right. Now, when you go to pan, what you want to do is find one of these spots in which I was just speaking of, and you want to go ahead and get your sample out here somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and take mine from right here because it looks like a good spot. These rocks are trapping the gold as it comes down. You want to go ahead and fill your pan up, maybe about 2/3 of the way full of sand, gravel, rocks, boulders, everything that's in the water there. Pine needles, pine cones and stuff. And then what you want to go ahead and do is find a spot in the creek where the water's fairly deep and fairly calm. Don't put your pan directly underneath the rapids because you're going to lose all your gold. And what you want to do is go ahead and sink your pan under the water, just like this. So we'll let the current carry all that stuff out that's lighter than water. First thing you want to go ahead and do is get your hands wet and break all this stuff up. Now as you're doing this, you can go ahead and take these big rocks out of here. As you see, we're not going to find any gold this big, the surface of the creek here. If you do, congratulations, don't tell anybody else. Alright? And if you do, that's when I tell you that everything you do find is owned by the company. Okay, you got to turn it into us. Now, this rock right here is pretty much a piece of trash. It's not very valuable to us. We like to give it a special name around here. You guys know what this might be called? Junk? Junk. Well, it's we give it a more specific name. We call this chuckerite. Okay, just for that reason right there. How about this one?
Same thing.
What's that?
Same thing.
This is what we like to call chucker left. Alright. How about this one?
Chucker west.
Chucker west? That'd be that way. This is what we like chucker straight, okay? And how about that one?
Checker back.
Well, no. We don't like a chucker back around here because when you say chucker back, that could be like that. Okay, back into the pan, or it could be behind you. Well, that's not a good thing to throw it behind you because you can't see behind you. Unless you got eyes in the back of your head, then you can do that. And you see your crew leader and your advisors may be sleeping back there somewhere, and you throw that rock behind you and you knock them in the head. That's bad.
That's
bad. Kill you. All right, now, also it's against the law to throw rocks in the state of New Mexico. You see, if you throw one of these rocks and you hit a little bitty rock, which is connected to a big rock, and that rock's connected to an even bigger rock, pretty soon you have an avalanche, and well, that's bad.
That's why he's
Huh? Who did?
Jeez, that guy sounds familiar.
Oh yeah, exactly. I was having more fun than is legally allowed in the state of New Mexico. I was throwing rocks. Okay. But you want to go ahead and wash these off and get them out of your pan because they're just taking up space. causing problems. And when you do a pan, it normally takes about 15 minutes to 45 minutes to do a really good pan. So I'm going to try to speed up the process here so you guys can get a chance to do this. Now, what you want to do when you get a lot of those big rocks out of there, you're going to go ahead and shake your pan up. Because, like I said, gold is 20 times heavier in water and 8 times heavier than the gravel that's in your pan. So it's going to sink straight to the bottom of the pan when you shake it. Now what you want to go ahead and do is tilt your pan forward. And just let that stuff fall off right off the front of your pan there. Just like that. Now you're sitting there saying, gold's going to fall off soon, though, isn't it? Well, if you guys look at your pans, you'll see what we call these ripples around the edge of the pan. These are sort of like little ridges. These ridges are supposed to keep the gold from falling off, but it doesn't always work, so what you got to do is you got to put some water in there and shake this stuff back down and maybe start over again like we did earlier, like this. Just let all that stuff fall in front of your pan there. Okay. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to get all the gold in one spot and all the lighter stuff out of your pan. And trying to sort of separate it as you would. Try to get this really fine sands, coarse silts in here. Alright, now once you get down to this point where you got some really fine sands, what you want to go ahead and do is put a little bit of water in your pan here. You're going to go ahead and sort of switch this around like this. Because what this does is that the water is carrying away the lighter material and it sort of unveils that heavier sands in here. And what we're going to be looking for is what we call black sands. Let's see if I can find some here real quick for you. Alright. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see this right up here. See those black sands right there? There's probably a whole lot more in here. You just got to know how to separate it. Okay, now these black sands in the pan are 8 times heavier than the water. Okay, so it's 8 times heavier than water, but gold is 20 times heavier than water. All right, this is where you're going to start looking for your gold, right back here in the back of your pan there. And there's going to be a lot of stuff in your pan that's going to look like gold. First of all, you're going to have fool's gold. You guys know what fool's gold is? Pyrite? Right. And the way you want to be sure if it's gold or not is, first of all, if you find a piece of pyrite in your pan and you think it's gold, you're going to go ahead and take that piece of pyrite, put it on a rock, and hit it with another rock. What's going to happen, if it's pyrite, it's going to shatter in a bunch of little bitty pieces. Okay? And whereas gold, if you take a piece of gold, put it on a rock, hit it with another rock, it's going to flatten out and form against the rock here. Alright? Now, also you're going to find a lot of micas in your pan. The micas are fairly soft minerals. And what you want to do is you want to take your knife, find a piece, press down on it, it'll tend to flake apart. Okay, gold will sort of form to your knife and sort of stick together. Alright? You guys have any questions? Alright, if you guys want to go ahead and spread up and down the creek here, you might want to leave that shovel there. I want to use it here real quick and then you guys can use it. Alright, there should be another shovel. Where'd they put it?
Okay, that over there is Baldy. And out a little bit further, you'll see another peak that goes up into the sky. That right there is Mount Wheeler. This is our 3rd day. We're just now on Comanche Peak right now. It's been raining since about 3 hours ago. We're soaking wet. It's about 30 degrees. Not really, probably about 40 degrees. And we're wet. And it's 4 o'clock. And we're trying to get on up there to Mount Phillips. I thought I'd go ahead and get this shot because it's a pretty good ways on up still. The rest of the boys is going on up to fix supper, where we'll have a Comanche Peak, and then we'll go on up to Mount Phillips. By the way, I don't know if y'all can see this, but over there is a peak that has snow on it. By the way, I am right now at about 11:1. Oh, lightning, I saw it. It's great. The moon at sunrise.
Is Joey asleep?
Yeah, Joey's still asleep. I'm gonna go back up there and go back to sleep myself. Sunrise at Phillips.
How far this way is Philmont? How far is Philmont? On this side of it.
Over there is Baldy.
Yep. Good old Baldy.
And then snow.
Yep.
I believe it is. Yeah, that's snow.
Man. What do you think about all this, man?
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
The U.S. who?
11,700.
U.S. Coast and
Game official.
I would think it would be U.S. Coast and Geological Survey.
yeah, triangulation station.
Is this done by satellite or is it done by
Satellite.
satellite?
Mm-hmm.
So it's accurate within inches.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're here.
Now, Phillips, this is the Disney World.
Let's get down.
11:70.
No, we left my itinerary.
Yeah, I know it. What's Stucky this time?
Do what?
To get in his
Trace, everybody talks to me with it.
Oh, way to go, Mike.
We have more than luck. Your turn. Come on, Keith. You got it. You got it.
All right.
My head.
Yeah, nothing just burns your foot down.
Oh.
I'll never do that again.
All right, Milton.
How come I can't? Who takes it you did? Oh!
Well, this is our campsite at Porcupine. It's our last non-staff campsite. They're over there eating breakfast right now. Is it good?
It's good. The red dot's not on.
Yeah, it is. Well, this is Beaubien. This is our second day here. Right there is the cabin. I believe that's Shorty going inside right there. Reason why this is our second day and I didn't get you any the first day is because the first day we had nothing but hailstorms from 12 o'clock on. Over there's the corral. Last night we just couldn't do anything because it was nothing but a light show. That meadow over there, it goes about 7 miles down and up. Yesterday we saw a porcupine out in here and saw a weasel chasing some chipmunks, or mini bears, whatever you want to call them. Right now the boys are off on a 2-hour horseback ride. Me, Joe, and Joey, we're just having a good time, resting, relaxing, not having to put up with them.
That's why I was hurting second day out. I had 2 cigarettes all the time.
Okay, so that's the guys coming back in now. They'll be walking up the trail in just a little bit. Hey, how was it?
Oh,
It hurts?
yeah, it's fun.
What all did y'all see?
We went on top of Black Mountain. Black Racehorse.
Black Mountain? Okay.
Was able to take our camera. Was able to take your camera. I kept on. I couldn't take your camera. My boat tug out. I went. I couldn't fit in my pocket. They didn't want us to take our backpacks.
Thank you.
Took mine though.
That's the cinnamon black bear, right?
Yep. Cinnamon. Thank you. Means it really won't hurt you, right?
It'll hurt you if you fuck with them.
Yeah.
You're gonna put a bear report in. That's cool. I'm gonna see bear yet this summer.
Daniel.
So it will.
Now I can't tell how close he's getting to us. Is he coming towards us yet?
No, he's just walking around.
Okay, because I got to zoom on this and I can't tell.
Bears can definitely outrun us, so we're bigger than them.
Y'all let me know when we need to move.
Oh, we're cool.
Okay.
He's walking. No,
He's awful scrawny. Yeah, it's been a hard, dry summer.
not that
He's
old.
got big teeth though.
Okay, y'all know how to, when a bear attacks, you get in a circle like this, you put all your shoulders together, and you have me right in the middle, okay?
Where's the one standing up at?
Whoa.
Oh yeah, I see him walking through there now.
Big old.
I don't think I won't mess with this things.
Wait, Michael, wait. That thing's about a 12 or 13 pointer, isn't it? They just do that, so there's another. See the crack on that thing? Nice nail on my wall. I don't know what it was. What? I don't know why.
Is that what you were talking about, the SIT? Yeah.
Well, we can get one.
Makes a star fly. Where do you want it?
Little Walmart.
Where do you want this water?
No, let you know. Oh, that fire was pretty room. Sorry, guys.
Okay, so this is the land of the big sky. This is at Beaubien. This is our last day where we've had a bear sighting. We've also seen our deer, and we've had a chuck wagon dinner, and we're going to be wrapping it up in just about 30 minutes with our campfire. So just want to give you one last look at what Beaubien Ranch looks like. And be signing off until in the morning at fish camp. Well, as you can see right now, we finally made it to fish camp. That right there is Phillips Fishing Lodge. It has secret passages in it to where his family could not get kidnapped while he was out here. And we're just down inside a great big canyon. We've got a big storm coming up soon, it sounds like. We'll pull on around here. Oh man, it's beautiful out here. And my battery's about to go. Now what is that? That's Lake Geraldo? Over yonder? Okay. And we're looking down off of Lookout Peak. At least we're going to call it that.
Oh, this...
Down into Rayado Canyon.
This is Lookout Peak.
This is Lookout Peak?
That over there I think is Crater Peak. That trail leads to Lookout Meadow Camp.
And there was only 3 of us that was able to get up here out of a group of 8. Shows you what kind of manly men we are.
Stupid!
Yeah, level, right.
There's the cabins.
You see the cabins?
Yeah, right there. Can you zoom
Oh
in?
yeah.
That's water.
Yeah, that's where we were. It's way down yonder at the cabins. My battery's starting to go down again.
Yeah. I'll get this out of this rest of the scenery before it goes off. Or yeah. I think this is Lookout Peak. And over there, that may be Crater Peak. See, it's not really that far away. You can see that trail, I think, leads on right down to here, close to Lookout Meadow. So I think this is Lookout Peak. You agree? Okay. Yeah, see, okay. What is that? Okay, what is that? We're not the right direction.
Okay, so what is that out there in that Cimarron?
Looks like way over there. Yeah, it starts flattening out. Yep. Can you zoom in on it?
I'm getting me some water, watch out. I'm sorry, gosh, move your head. Quit hitting me.
It's so cloudy it can't do much. But I can get that lake out there.
Yeah, I see it too. Look down there.
By the creek.
Where's he at?
Sure is pretty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Could you climb this rock? Joe.
Yeah.
It's great. Good.
It's great.
Man. Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go. Y'all ready to get rid of it?
Yeah. No.
Just 3 more days. Joey, your butt looks great, man. Okay.
I can't wait to keep away from this place. Boy. I can't wait to come back. Where's the canyon? That way.
So this is a view of Abreu going in from fish camp.
Get a view from behind you, Steve. You can go right up here.
Behind me?
Where we just came through.
Okay. And up that canyon, about 6 miles, is where we just came from. Fish camp all the way down the ridge.
Check it out, man. Woo!
Awesome, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Man. When? It goes down through there. Goodness gracious. Yep.
Look at the sky. Now this is Abreu, and just as we get in, just like all the other camps, it starts to rain. There's the big cloud above us. And over there is the cantina. I think it says cantina. An adobe brick oven or whatever. And all the boys over there are getting their Gatorade just as we come in. And we met up with another staff member. Her name is Megan. We met her up at Cypher's mine about 5 or 6 days ago, so she's going to take care of us real nice. And I have to put the camera away now because it's starting to rain a little bit more, so maybe we'll see him at the burro races. I'm up above Abreu right now. That down there is Abreu. It's where we came in this morning, or this afternoon, around 12 o'clock after about a 7.5 mile hike. And I'm sitting up here waiting for sunset, but there's so many clouds right now, I'm afraid I might not be able to get a good sunset. But anyway, that canyon right there is Rayado Canyon. That's the one we walked down today. The one right there where the sun is going down over, that's called Lower Bonita. And then the one that is just past me right there is Urraca Mesa Canyon. Now I'm going to pan all the way back over here, let y'all see all this stuff. The sky, what we're down into. Now, that over there is the continuance of Rayado Canyon. Just on the other edge is the big mesa. And that is part of Texas. Now, I don't know if you have seen it in the videos, but if you happen to see a boy sticking his nose into a tree and smelling of it, that's one of the things that we can't bring back to you with the video. You just have to come out here and smell, because this place has so many different things. Most of the trees the boys put their nose up to are called ponderosa pines. The male ponderosa pine smells like vanilla, and the female smells like butterscotch. And when you get into a bunch of those, it just smells so fresh. Now, the spot that I'm standing at right now is an area of pinyon pine trees, I believe is what you call them. But it goes all the way down the rock side, real soft mud and dirt. So, anyway, we're going over to Urraca Mesa tomorrow. So I'll see you then. And what do y'all think y'all gonna do? Gonna go for the roses, right? Gonna go for the roses. Come on, Andy, give her a good luck kiss. What? Keith! So when you gonna do it? When you gonna do it?
Mike, did you guys mess up?
You untie the wrong side. Not this ass.
When we did it Harlem, but we just have to move here.
Y'all got control of that thing now? There it goes again.
You had a video camera?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Well, that's the burro races at Abreu. Looks like we came in last. No, we're turning around. Do we come back? Yes.
What?
Come on, take it out!
Yeah, go, go, go! Go! Yeah! Come on, Evelyn! Go!
And we got third place. Now we're on top of Urraca Mesa. It took us what? How many hours?
2.5.
2.5?
Way over there is the burrow place.
Yeah. Way down in the bottom is the burrow area.
Salad. We have turkey salad.
Man, this thing is big. And that's Rayado Canyon way over yonder. Got a thunderhead coming in, it looks like.
When?
Yeah.
Just shut down.
Down? God. You ought to be standing here on this edge, looking through this thing, trying to keep your balance.
10 minutes later, after clear skies, a thunderstorm rolls in.
What are you going to do between now and next summer? Yeah, it's cool.
There it went.
Oh, I got it too, man.
No. Probably still.
Where at?
You still meeting the doctor? I gotta go wipe his first. I got my
I better say this.
world history. Yeah.
I'll take any leftover Oreos. Remember, I asked first.
Any leftover anything.
Hey, Daniel, I'm taking out for 2 this year too.
That's leftovers, bro.
I already ate my crackers.
Yeah, we don't like it. What do you think about all this, Lynn?
Stop it, man.
Sorry.
I'm trying to get another lightning strike over there.
See any lightning yet?
Yeah, oh, I got 2 of them that time. Okay, now this right here is the other side of Urraca Mesa. It's about 7 o'clock. I was hoping that we could get another sunset, but we've got a big storm coming up behind us here. But this thing is so vast, it has a hard time focusing. But I can just see out forever on this thing. Now, one over here to the left a little bit, if I can get it, out through there, that's Cimarron, New Mexico, out there. And that right there is base camp. That is 2 days away, and I'm zoomed in as far as I can go on that thing. But this is Urraca Mesa. It took us 4 hours to climb up it today. It's beautiful out here. Now I don't know about you, but in Nashville or in Tennessee, you just don't walk up on stuff like this here every day. I was just walking along, she just kind of looks up. She doesn't care at all. Actually, I am about 25 feet from her. And she could care less what I do. And this is sunrise from Inspiration Point at Urraca, about 30 minutes before the sun actually hits. That's the lights of Cimarron. So you think it looks like lava, right?
Just wrap it around your neck and jump.
We're next to climb.
Do a ton of
Right here.
Got
Right here and here.
Ready, these two guys.
Okay.
Hey, can we climb the... I'm taking pictures of them.
Oh,
And then I'm
okay.
gonna go up.
They've been here first.
Yeah, y'all two go first.
Y'all two go. I want to climb the canyon. Shoot. Look, I'm gonna stay us.
Hurry up, Joey. I don't have much battery time left.
Okay, come here.
Here comes the gladiators.
Whose side? Our side?
That wasn't funny. He climbed right back out of my mouth when I opened it.
Who's climbing over here? I'll pick. You don't got to pick. I'd love to climb. You're there and let him. Hey, bud, come on, you can do it.
I knew this was going to
I want to be on the other side. I want to be on that side over there.
Scott, get a picture of Scott.
I will. Now y'all two have to go. They'll one guy will help.
That'd be good. That way your folks will do.
Yeah, make sure you're all going
Hey, Scott.
I'll climb while you climb. I'll get the far side.
What?
He's already going up.
Move to your right, man.
You're going up with your right.
Put your right hand, yeah, your right hand in that big pocket out there.
I don't mind doing that one.
Go up with your brothers.
Hey, Scott, try to hurry.
This guy already slipped
Try to hurry. Yeah.
All right, Joey.
Because I got to take a picture of both of you.
What?
Good job.
Look, I'm gonna say your names.
Alright.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I've never done with a helmet either. This is weird. This is like top heavy. Hey, is there any way they could go at the same time?
Yeah. Next two climbers.
Assuming I can get a harness before too long. I can get a harness when the next guy comes down. We're just going back up there.
Here's the harness.
Harness right over there.
Thanks. Aren't you going up?
I was just sitting over here.
Oh, okay.
I got a headache right now. I don't.
You in the white helmet?
Yeah, him and him. They're brothers.
You in the white helmet?
You in the white helmet.
That qualifies for about a dozen of us here.
See how you tuck your
Okay, man, work
webbing to the side of your harness? When you fall, that's not going to help.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Reach. Let go and
We're
reach
used to
up.
using the rope Swiss seats, you know, the one that you tie up and over, and I hate, and they give wedgies.
The
And
rackers.
the rackers.
Come on. Go ahead and climb over here.
Crank it, yeah. Come on, dude. Yeah, okay, now you're belaying, go.
Climbing.
Climb on.
Here comes Scott.
Best if you put your feet on the rock and lean back. That way you can keep traction on your
Come on up here.
He's going to climb.
Kevin!
You're going to climb.
Yeah, walk those feet up.
Kevin!
Yeah.
What?
See the last gun?
No.
No, not even.
Come on, Jared.
Good job, Jared. You're doing great.
You can do it.
You do anything you want to.
You almost got it.
You want to do this.
Like this.
Now we're traveling and little movie.
Actually, why don't you just take those wires and just stick in the brown box, please? Stick in the brown box.
One's catching up.
Or if I put it on? Sure. Is it going to be big enough for you? I don't know. Besides what you have.
Oh, excuse me. No.
Clemmy started shaking like a mug.
Okay, see that, okay?
It's hard, Jared.
No lie.
Remember, he gets about 4 kids use that helmet a day.
Hey, how do you get this thing off? One diet.
That's it?
Get the whole dice back.
Okay, stick
Actually, undo it. Open your gate. Squat down.
Uh-oh.
Here comes Jim.
Now stand up. Open the gate. Unlock it.
Yeah.
Your gate open. Your gate off.
Lean back.
No, I'm going to lean forward.
Figures. In that brown box right there, please.
Actually, the pellet doesn't bother me.
That's my bum.
Are you on climb?
Good morning,
Keep thinking about it.
Asta.
Depends if
Asta. Yeah, Asta, bum. Hey, don't bum.
because we usually don't have one.
I appreciate it.
Who wants to climb on this side?
Thank you.
I'm on.
Don't use the rope, Milton. Use the rock. There you go.
First move, good one.
All right.
Still up there. Here, I'll hold it.
It's going to be a short clip.
Oh! You can do it, bud.
No, up. No, not the rope. No, not the rope.
Right. Use the 5. Hey, halfway up.
Come on now, Milton. You gotta speed up. Got just very little battery life here.
No, go to your right, Milton.
There's a little shelf there, man. Stand up on it.
Oh, I can't do this.
Yes, you can.
Step up.
Never say you can't.
Watch your language. Up.
Rock. Now stand up.
No.
There you go.
Oh, you go.
All right.
All right, I can't do this.
Let
You
go of
can
the
do
rope.
it.
I'm going to throw up.
That's okay.
You can do it. Go up.
You have to lick it up, Milton.
I'm dead serious. Go up, Milton. Pull him up.
Let me down, damn it!
Uh-oh.
You'll be okay.
Just please let me down, please. Okay? No.
Come on, Milton.
Come on, Milton.
You can do it.
We did a campfire here, then we tell about the story. Good camp. Good campfire story.
Keep going to your right, Milton.
Milton, go to your right.
Right.
At a time up there, I was about to do something.
My hand's getting tired, Milton.
Yeah, I'll take it then.
I said, no,
Please let me down, please.
Okay, lean back. Let go and lean back.
All right there.
Lean back.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick. I'm getting squeezy.
I had you looking at us. You looking good?
We're out
Out of film. I'm fine. You okay, Milton? You're down. You're okay.
You're down, Milton.
I'm recording it too. This is a ranger climbing rock.
You on her left wrist, the friendship knot?
That we tied. Oh, her wrist is all the way up now. We can't see it, but we can still see the ranger climbing.
Go, Dave.
What style?
Are you hiking back today, Amy?
Are you here with the crew, Amy, or are you working this?
I work at CHQ, at base camp, where we got equipment and stuff. Yeah, I give out equipment.
Oh, so this is kind of your day off then?
Yeah.
So you're just out here kind of...
Yeah, I always have Sundays off. Do you really? Don't work on Sunday.
Good for you. I like that.
Saturday, Sunday.
Hey.
Oh, just ask.
We're gonna be holding sacrament down there in our camp.
What?
We're gonna be holding sacrament down there in our camp. You wanna join us?
Tonight?
Mhm.
Oh, I gotta get back for church. But thanks anyways. Well, maybe, hey, we could stay.
Take this like here?
Sure.
Yeah.
More than
This
merrier.
would be really cool.
Yeah.
I've never had
Probably bitch you.
Ty! Let's stay up here. They're having a sacrament meeting here. This guy just invited us. Come on.
6 foot in the hole, bud. You got the attitude, though.
Kevin, show him where to put his right foot.
Oh man, I'm gonna fall.
No, you're not.
No, you're not. You cannot fall.
Kevin,
You can't fall.
there's a hole right there. Put the right. Kevin, come on down.
It's impossible to fall.
He's gonna fall. He's gonna try to take him there.
Yeah, left foot in the hole.
Yeah, that's what I'd be afraid of.
Oh, I thought you had
All right. Yeah.
Woo!
All right, dude.
Right on, buddy.
Right.
Come on, Spanky. We don't have to wait. We don't want to wait for you to put on your harness after it gets up there. You're good, Spanky.
Put it on now.
Spanky, you're awesome, man. He is awesome. He's a stud. You can do it. Just have a positive attitude.
All right. All right, Milton.
Okay, turn around the other way.
Come on, Milton.
What? You're putting it on backwards.
Drop this way.
Oh, you're putting it on backwards?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to. Y'all are making me, man.
No, not.
There you go.
No, it's your bet.
You'll take it, bud.
Oh, take that off for a second. Spanky looks so awesome up there.
Yeah, after you get over the big view.
You know what? It hasn't rained all today.
I know.
I know.
May be having one of them muddy nasty.
Sometimes we're going to lose a pemmican bar.
Come on. Oh,
You're there.
Go there.
No, go to the right.
Which way? Well, that's a,
Go to your right.
Right.
you like it?
The right is.
They actually ate my pemmican bar this morning.
They're dry.
I traded a pemmican bar for a box of Honey Nut Cheerios.
Boy, what a good trade.
It was a total good trade.
I've been looking for Captain Crunch on this trail all over the place. There's none to be had.
Step up with your right foot and you can reach one.
Yeah.
Just step up on your right foot.
There you go.
Come on, you can do it. Get your face away from the rock.
Oh, God.
No, you can do it.
Wait.
Hey guys, just a second. Don't. If you put your right foot back down where your left foot is,
Yeah.
and then bring your left foot up about a foot.
Hold on. Let me get it. Here. All right, now what?
Stand on it.
Stand on?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Stand.
Did y'all drill some holes? Did y'all drill some holes into there? Should there be more grip?
No.
Now down lower.
It's all in there.
The underhold.
Right there beside
Underhold.
I want to know how y'all.
Oh, don't believe the holes because you're not up there.
Okay, man. You're gonna have to move to your right.
Slid right out.
Walk over to your right.
Yeah, just let him do it. Let him do
Now,
it.
right by the rope, there's an underclaim. You know, go out and down.
You have a problem with this thing. Do you have it on back there?
Keep your right leg strong.
You have it on.
That's alright.
You have to
Put that buckle under the loop.
flip the buckle over. Yeah, keep going.
Now there's an underclaim.
There you go.
Up.
No, too many times.
There.
Now flip it back.
Okay.
Half,
Yeah, you
do
have
half
it. Bring that left foot up high.
Halfway. Twist it halfway. There it is.
That's where you want it.
Stand. Come on.
I don't know. What you do?
She has to put
Yeah.
it through the lady.
Both hands up in that crack.
Spank, he's up there.
Force it down. I mean, if it doesn't go through, it doesn't have to go through.
I knew
I have the floor, but not easy
Stand up.
I can do this, sir.
Foot up on the rock. No.
Kind of
Did you hear?
cussed him out up there a little while ago.
Foot on the rock. Put your left foot where
So you like their true leader? Troop leader?
Yeah. He's our conversation piece.
There you go.
Our conversation, Justin over there with them. He's the pyro, the...
I've never seen him sit still without having a knife in his hand. I never want to get on your bad side, Justin.
There you go.
You almost stabbed. What's this thing?
That was a bad thing.
Maggie! All right!
Wugga wugga.
Latrine is. He's needing the latrine bad.
I think it's about a mile and a half that way. Daniel, come on, get to the latrine. Go, go, go.
Run!
Just go squat somewhere. You're wasting our time, Daniel.
You think I won't be wasting time?
Other way. Up there.
Up there!
Go, go.
Up there!
Go to the latrine.
Where you guys from? Nashville. Yeah? Where'd you guys camp last night?
We're back at base camp tonight.
Huh?
We're back at base camp tonight.
Oh, you're going all the way over?
Yeah.
That's how
we're
we're at.
camping at the Tooth of Time tonight. We're going tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we started miners. We're going through the
Hurry up, Daniel! Hurry up! Run!
Go!
Only about a quarter mile or so.
I've never seen him run so fast. It's fast as he's ever run.
Hey, thanks for your help and letting us know where the latrine is, man. I don't know what he was going to do.
Where's the latrine? Where's the latrine? Drool.
Alright, see you guys.
This is our last day. We're on Shaefers Peak. We're going up to it right now. That's Mount Phillips. And on down through here. That little ridge right there is part of Window Rock. Is that Baldy way over yonder? Yeah, that's Baldy way over there, isn't it?
The last one?
Yeah, like going out that ridge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Baldy.
And the one on the right is not part of Philmont, is it?
Mm-mm. And if this thing can ever focus out, way on over there is Wheeler. See that one over yonder with the snow on some of it?
Yeah.
That's Wheeler.
And that's the, what? Second highest, third highest?
That's the highest peak in New Mexico.
What is Wheeler? Where's that? The one with snow on?
One on the right.
On the right.
That is
Body.
Okay, what do the trees smell like here, guys?
Vanilla! Vanilla!
So tell me, guys, has it been anything like y'all thought it would be?
not a bit.
No.
Better.
It's been better?
Yeah. Look better. Hey, can we go to the tube?
Actually made it, you know?
Not yet.
Nah. Let us all get down together.
Oh, wow. All downhill, too.
Beautiful.
All
So we're just gonna miss that grandstand.
Oh, listen to him now. Starting to rub that sand in my face now, aren't you?
Boy, you're eager to go look out peak and you don't even want to go to the tooth?
This is our trail going down into base camp from the top of Tooth Ridge, and down there is base camp.
Isn't it beautiful? I think I see my house from here.
All the way down there. It is raining. I don't know if you can hear the thunder right now. And my knees. So what do you think about yourselves?
Like it again. Yeah, like it
again. Piece of cake.
Piece of cake?
At least put me in the hospital for about 2 months.
Actually, piece of pizza!
Yeah. Wait, boy.
It turns yellow.
It
just flakes off, but it
yellow.
man, you better go wash your face, man.
We peeled it off last night.
Yeah, whatever.
God.
It's like when they try to tie you to your bed.
Man, it made me mad. Man, I woke up and my damn chest was tight.
Children, and he was born into a poor family. And he did have a twin brother, his name is Mike. At the age of 16, they left him and went out west to explore the Rocky Mountain States, middle states, Montana, Wyoming, Colorado. They went there for 3 years, and they went from place to place, held down several different jobs along the way, such as mining, logging, timbering, and so on. And one winter, the two boys left with other 2 men from the west for an animal craft adventure. They rented horses, packed supplies, and took them 30 miles into the Middle Mountains of Montana, built themselves a cabin, and spent the winter there. And we believe that the experience that Mr. Wade Phillips had in the wilderness at this time led to fall in love with the outdoors, and eventually led to purchase of Philmont property years later. In 1902, White, his twin brother, died of a ruptured appendicitis in Washington. He was 19 years old. So therefore, Mr. Wade Phillips had to transfer his body back home to southwest Iowa. He was reunited with his family. Back at home, he has 2 older brothers, their name are Frank and Ellie. Frank was a barber, and Ellie was working in a coal mine town, and they were successful men. And Mr. Wade Phillips did have a college education. The 2 older brothers gave him money to attend a business college in Iowa. And after that, he moved on to Oklahoma State, and eventually became very involved with the oil business. And a year later, they formed the own oil business. They called the oil business the Phillips 66 Company. Well, in 1906, after Mr. Wade Phillips completed his education, he joined his brothers and worked for them for 8 years as the field superintendent. And at the end of this time, he decided he should own his own oil company. And he did in 1914, and he called his oil company the Wade Phillips Company. His name Wade Phillips. It was a good company. He made a lot of money from oil. Then he made a lot of money, took his wife Genevieve for a big trip through Europe, through countries like Spain, Italy, and Portugal, the countries that they like most. And during their trip, they bought furniture and towels to decorate the villa and their real home called Philmont, located in Tulsa, Oklahoma. The villa, this home is not their real home, but their summer home, their vacation home. They have their real home in Tulsa, Oklahoma, called the Philmont. It's twice the size of the villa that home is today. A museum also, he donated that home to the Western Art Association in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And that home is still in the town style. And the villa, the summer home here is built in Spanish Mediterranean style. And both houses were constructed in 1926 and completed in 1927, so it didn't take them long to construct the houses. In 1925, he sold his little company, Wade Phillips Company, for $25 million cash, wasn't money back then, in the 1920s. So, and after he sold the little company, he started buying land and ranches. The first ranch that he bought in 1920 called Comanche was near Denver, Colorado. And he didn't like that ranch as much because it doesn't contain a mountain area like the Philmont Ranch. So in 1922, he bought Philmont Ranch. He started buying about 3,000 acres from Church Buster. Then he continued to buy more and more until he reached nearly 300,000 acres. In 1938, he started giving his first gift to scouts. He started giving about 35,000 acres to the colonial areas northeast of Cimarron. And then the scouts accepted, and then they started being a scout camp. And before Philmont Scout Ranch was called the Scout Camp, they built a Rocky Mountain Scout Camp. Phil's after his name, Phil's going to tell you what a good scout is supposed to do every day, scout on his own. In 1931, he gave his last portions to the scouts. He added another 91,000 acres, plus the villa, his summer home here, plus the 23-story office building called the Hill Tower Office, located in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And in 1977, Scott built that office. The money they got from that office put finance the operation to see if Philmont Scout Ranch. And he was the type of person who liked ships well, and it's never associated with the Boy Scouts. But he liked the character of the Scouts, what they stand for. And he believed that by using vast property, the Scouts believed the Scouts have a perfect place to hide the camp. And of course, we do it from his generosity. Philmont Scout Ranch is today the biggest Boy Scout organization in the world, both in size and attendance. And the overall property that gave the Scouts is today is over 137,000 acres. That is about 14 square miles, and this is what we expect to happen in 2010. We just come to Philmont Scout Ranch. And my name is Beaubien, my first song Philmont Scout Ranch. And this is the gazebo. The gazebo was completed in 1929. After the villa was completed in 1957. That complex that was there was added by the Scouts. In the 1950s, they added to dining hall meeting hall, the Boy Scout staff, and the center and so on. And you see a flag, almost the way Phil's dedication, almost give the Scouts. The letters VP, the man fish stands for Spanish German pronounced as the Comanche, meaning he's from the mountain. You see these tiles in the gazebo here, tiles with all imported. You see quite a bit more of these tiles in the house and around the house, and most of the furniture you'll see in the building also. Before you can be close to the villa, I think you. Wade Phillips. His wife Genevieve Phillips, his daughter Helen Jane Phillips, and his son Elliot Phillips. The son still lives today. He owns a cattle ranch in Las Vegas, New Mexico. He comes to the summer for a tour. It's very supportive of things that goes on to Philmont Scout Ranch today. And Helen Jane Phillips, his daughter, died at her 40s. She died of a stroke in 1963. And Genevieve, his wife, died in 1979. She was 92 years old. And Wade Phillips died at the age of 81 in 1964. This complex is his guest house. He loves to entertain his guests in the summer. Today the guest house is occupied senior staff, teaching staff, like those folks over there. And you're going to follow me and take a quick look over here and all the logos and fill up to this area here. Pretty cool. You got that rectangular shape by blue bottom. It used to be the swimming pool. In the 1950s, the Boy Scouts just temple with the plant flowers. Because they didn't have the money to fix all the problems they had. That's a lot of problems, particularly with water, so they just done with the plant flowers today. The water usually split up the animal marker from the limestone to the swimming pool, the regular swimming pool. And you see tiles again in this area around the villa, on the doors around the villa. They were also in this area. They call it the sitting room, the atrium, solarium. I call the sitting room is much easier to memorize than a tour. If you look around the four light fixtures in this area, 1, 2, 3, 4, you should see his W bar brand, his cattle brand on them, on the side. And you see a fountain in this area, a fountain. It gives you a pleasant feeling, cool to another thing in this area. And you see on the wall of the fountain, you see gold-plated tiles. And Helen Jane Phillips, his daughter used to have a goldfish in this area, the very bottom area. And you recognize the flower, the full leaf with some like the Scout symbol on the very top there, and they are original. And then we go into the living room. So let's go to the living room. Mr. Wade Phillips hired an Italian artist from New York to hand paint the ceiling beams above. He hand painted them, and the painting is repeated on every 4 beams. And you see at the fireplace, you see a collection of Mr. Wade Phillips' armory. So you collect these piece by piece in this trip. And before this was hung by the fireplace, there used to be a portrait of Mr. Wade Phillips and his wife Genevieve hung with the fireplace. But during this last trip through the villa, he was a modest man. He told the Scouts to put their portrait in the closet somewhere. So when you take your folks downstairs, you should see their portrait in the closet. And this fire screen over here is made from 4 different types of metals. So when the fireplace is on, the 4 metals will heat up and would glow with different colors in this area in the living room. And that's why you see the sunshine depiction on the fire screen. The 4 metals actually glow in this area. And anything that deals with metals around the house and in the house was designed by a blacksmith named Ted Pettit. He was hired by Mr. Wade Phillips to do all the iron design around the house and in the house, like the iron gate here you see on either side. He designed those, Ted Pettit. And you see a wooden chest box beside this wooden over here. This wooden chest box is over 300 years old, and it's dated back to the 16th century. And it was hand carved from 1 piece of solid of walnut wood. And this box is Mr. Wade Phillips' firewood box. It's 16th century firewood box. They have taste into the villa, but they never use it as the main entrance. So they turned this room into their own private breakfast room. This table is made out of maple wood. The chairs are covered from rock and leather. You see gold and red top of chairs. Gold applied by hand tooling. And underneath this table a long time ago, there used to be a little device, a buzzer, which the Phillips used to call the servants for food. It's not there anymore, somebody took it up a long time ago. You see a little mark, a lowering. Also hand-paint the cover ceiling above. And this table is also made out of walnut wood, like you see the box in the living room. And it has 2 layers. It can be extended either side to seat 16 to 18 people. And these chairs are covered in Moroccan leather. You see gold on the very top of the chairs applied hand tooling. And you see 2 paintings on that wall there, 2 paintings. The first person you see to my right is Charles Beaubien and his wife Polita. They were recipients of an 1841 Mexican land grant. They received just over 1 million acres of land, so much of the property sits in Philmont Ranch today belongs to 2 folks. They're good friends with Phillips. They just don't have the information of who the painter was. But this person threw a lot of artistic freedom onto the glass. And the painted window depicts travelers and traders coming over the Santa Fe Trail. And the painted window is also a symbolic Indians' comprehension of white men coming into their land. And this painted mountain is called a flat-top mesa. Its name's Toothache. And it's located northeast of Cimarron. It's not too far from here, right of Cimarron. And this cactus down is called the Urraca cactus. We see a lot of these cactus in the state of Arizona. I'll pick my scout ranch. You see on the very top of his line, you see his cattle branch W bred in it. And this window has layers. The outside layer just protects the paper window. Birch, which I don't know, and it's made out of rosewood. And he's a Methodist, by the way. His religious background is a Methodist. And there are things in this house I just don't have information on, like the 2 paintings in this area. But I'll try my best to explain what I'll see along the way. And then the library. So a long time ago, he transformed this into a library. He constructed windows. This is the way he constructed windows in this area. This is back country. Before these windows were constructed, the whole wall you see around you here was used to cover with books. And this circular window over here is called a porthole window, or the looking window. He saw this type of window during his trip. So he pulled this one in this area. And the window has a slight magnification. Look through it. And see that white layer over there with the very last tree? Mountain to the mountain is halfway. Mountain. That area is called window run. Window run. And this is the master bedroom, belongs to Mr. Wade Phillips and his wife Genevieve. I don't know which bed is sleeping on, but the bedspreads are hand embroidered lace. They're Irish. The headboards were hand painted, and they have the old intercom phone right there to contact the servants around the ranch. And you can see a photograph of Mr. Wade Phillips over there on that wall. That's him and his running desk underneath it. And on this marble top table, you can see a photograph of his daughter, Helen Jane Phillips, and one of her sons. Helen Jane has 2 sons. And on this marble top drawer over here, you can see a portrait of his son, Elliot Phillips, the son who still lives today, and he owns a cattle ranch in Las Vegas, New Mexico. And this mantelpiece of the fireplace over here from a far distance, it looks like marbles. But it's not marble, it's hand-painted over wood to resemble marble, a French design called fall design, F-A-U-X, a false fake marble. It's very popular back then. And then the sunroom, this sunroom used to be the sun deck a long time ago. And this rug that you stand on, it's called a needle point rug, was put by my son Elliot Phillips. He favored this rug. And underneath this rug, you can see the solid leather floor. Lift up the needle point rug underneath it, see the solid leather floor of 1 and 2. Solid leather for you, it was to be exposed like that when you see Sunday. Interesting about this bathroom over here. You first look at Mr. Wade Phillips' shower, look in his shower and see what's in the shower. You can see that in his shower, he has 7 shower nozzles. 7 shower nozzles and a thermometer right down the corner on the wall. A heating lamp right here to dry their feet when they get up the shower. And the cover of the shower is made of silver instead of door knobs. Main entrance into the villa, outside the carport, his carport. And this area is very different in design than any other part of the villa. Mr. Wade Phillips designed this area. And he decorated this area with Indian artifacts and selected in a strip. This cloth hanging over here, this cloth hanging on this wall is called the Indian dew cloth. The Plains, Texas, Oklahoma Indians use this dew cloth to line the center of their teepee. They use it as an insulator. And dangling on the very top of the dew cloth are porcupine quills. And these are tiny beads which look like threads go through the cloth. They're tiny beads which the Indians used to trade for things. The lampshades and the chairs and the chest are covered with rawhide. You see 2 examples of an Indian back resting over here on this wall. They're made out of willow, and the Indian women or the squaws chew the willow to make it soft, light, and straight. Look in the willow. You should see the teeth marks on the willow. They chew the willow. And the painting of this wall in this area was hand finished. And you can see that there's a big handprint right there to prove that they handprint the wall. They left the mark, a big handprint. And in this closet is the porch I was talking about in the living room. Amongst the way Phillips wife in the knee. He's built the fireplace. You can see on her boots he has the 4 pair of flowers. And his boots, yeah, that's yours. A little closet, tiny closet. Nothing unique. And you see another fireplace over here. This fireplace is called a Spanish Indian horno. It's a bread baking fireplace. And he did not build this fireplace to bake bread, but just for the decoration of the villa. You see Indian pottery at the very top, the wedding jar, and this big pottery down there is called the olla, O-L-L-A. It's made by the Zia Pueblo, and it's over 100 years old. We're privileged to have this in the villa. And then the New Mexico. And this is the New Mexico room, and this room is more of a man's room. Sometimes ladies were not allowed to come into this area. And he would entertain his male guests, his brothers were here, a lot of his guests were here to prove that they were here. They carved their initials on this table here. And you see Wakefields got involved and carved his own initials, WP. And these are his brothers. It's all around the table. You can lift the tablecloth and look around it. And he decorated this area with Navajo rugs, Indian potteries. The ceiling is an example of native New Mexican home ceiling. So it's like, and this part of the ceiling beam was hand-hewn and carved with different decoration. And this thing with the bright lights hanging on this wall is called Spanish tortilla. It's a religious piece. It's like this piece in the strip. You see it, the Indian basket in the corner of here, which they used to carry vegetables and other things. And this odd-looking piece hanging on this wall over here is called the Santos. It's like this piece from an old burned church. You can tell by the mark here, which he helped restore a time ago. My boss told me that this piece is actually worth more than the church of today. And this part of the ceiling was very rudely dug. The college, see a lot of photographs in Israel also. See a photograph of Kit Carson, Maxwell, the general who I don't know his name. A photograph of Mr. Wade Phillips in the New Mexico room. A photograph of his guest in the back country. And the Vice President of the United States was here also. His name was Charles Dawes, the Vice President when Coolidge was President. He's over here on his horse, Mr. Wade Phillips, in the back country. Here's the view of the bell before the bell tower here was removed by Mr. Wade Phillips. He didn't like the bell tower, so he took it up. That's why you didn't see it there outside. Before the circular window or the porthole window was constructed right here in the library. And here's another map of his ranch. It's made on rawhide. Here's a better view of Charles Dawes, the Vice President of the United States. That's Charles Dawes and his wife, and that's Wade Phillips with his guests, Pueblo Indians. And here's a photograph of Will Rogers. Will Rogers and Wally Post, Mr. Wade Phillips, and they were good friends. Will Rogers and Wally Post died.
He even left his tail on there.
And this is the trophy room. Mr. Wade Phillips used this room as his office. See his desk in the corner, this is his office. You see mounted on the wall a large animal games indigenous to this ranch. They were killed in this ranch. And the animals were killed in this ranch, and they are native to this ranch. Except the mountain goats. The mountain goat over here was killed in Montana. The mule deer, the mountain goat, the white-tailed deer, the wild turkey feather, black bear, pronghorn antelope, the mountain lion, brown bear, and the guy with this, the native elk. The golden beaver's skin underneath, the golden beaver's extinct today, and the little bobcat that will have very tough above the door. And one of his big buffalo from his own herd races buffalo. Over here with fireplace, you see a lot of cartoon drawings on the wall also. On this area. They were done by a good friend of his named John T. McCutcheon. He's a well-known cartoon artist of the...
Golly. Where'd the car, wasn't it?
I expected to see Cadillac.
I'm saying. Rolls Royce. It does.
Man, imagine all that in the front yard.
Golly. Man, I'd be doing everything out here. So that's window rock over there. But when you're looking through that window up there, it looks so much closer. It makes the trees look bigger.
Well, like you said, the window was magnified.
Yeah, I know. It's a pretty place. It is.
Mom, this is the kind of place I want. You can buy it for me.
Mom and Dad, I'm going to buy this place someday.
A couple $1 billion will do it.
Well, what'd y'all think about the trip?
Good, man.
Great, yeah.
Great. Ain't over yet.
Would you say that other boys should do it?
Yeah.
All right.
Vanilla. The trees are like vanilla.
Yeah, and butterscotch.
Butterscotch, yeah.
You can't smell it at home, but this is great. Smell it here.
Man, this is working out perfect. My tape is already starting to blink like I'm about out of tape.
Aren't we going to take the St. James Hotel?
Yeah.
Part of the St. James Hotel?